How did that feel? Better. Good. I'm starting to think I'm hearing you and not your concern. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And you have something to say with this. Go. Now. Too much. This was wonderful. Yeah, because it's like the character albums. You're having fun. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
You should have fun with this. And fun can be serious. I mean, it can be this idea of seria ludo, like serious things treated in a playful manner. It's this idea of it can still be really dark and intense, but you can still actually enjoy that. Yeah, you're doing it's great. I didn't hear this before. Good. So I just stopped. Beautiful performance. How do you feel?
I think calmer than I thought I would be.
Calmer than you thought. Oh, that's good. That's good. Good. I'm curious if there are any aspects of the piece or of performing the piece that you have been particularly focused on or concerned about. We might not touch on them, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think like tempo has been a big part, because I think there was a period of time where I would start this piece really slow, and then I would feel like I was dragging through the entire first movement. So I think like trying to find like a good rhythm to start with, and then also trying to keep that throughout. In the second movement too, I tended to drag it a lot. So I was trying to think of like 4 beats in a bar or 2 beats in a bar even at times.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Have you played other Mozart pieces?
Yeah, a long time ago.
A while ago. Okay.
Yeah, I played 576, and I've done both the piano quartets.
Good for you. Oh, with Mr. Ludor, probably.
No,
Okay.
other places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And great. And do you like to listen to Mozart besides?
Yeah.
What have you listened to?
I like his concertos a lot. There was a period of time.
They're great. Yeah.
Just go through all his concertos.
Good for you.
Yeah. Of course, the sonatas and also symphonies and things like that.
Good. Any chance you've had an opportunity to listen to some of the operas?
I heard the Magic Flute a really long time ago.
Okay. Good. Well, I've got a couple of listening assignments for you. If you go, just go on Google and type in Mozart E flat major soprano arias, and you'll get several. And just listen to them. And I say E flat because this one's an E flat, and the key is significant. And just see what that how that impresses you a little bit. I noticed some of the markings in your score. I'm guessing some of these are your teachers. Yeah. I found myself basically I would start writing something and I would see that somebody already wrote it. So I guess we're on the same page. That's good. Has your teacher mentioned to you anything about voice in this second movement? Has that come up in conversation yet?
I had a lesson on this. Not with my at a summer festival a few weeks ago, and she talked a lot about bringing out like lower voice.
Oh, sure, the voicing of the great. Look, we'll get there. I just kind of want to see where you are with things in your journey with this piece. So, a lot of really wonderful things. I want to encourage you. Yeah, I'd love to just give you a chance to do the opening for us one more time. Now that you've had a chance to play through the whole thing in front of these lovely people here. You're more used to the instrument. And I'm going to stop you after just a few moments, but I'd love to just hear the opening again, if you don't mind. Just take your time. good. All right, let's spend a few moments with the beginning. Poor Shinran, I spent almost the entire class in the opening. I didn't realize it, so I'll try not to do that here. But good. This opening, you mentioned tempo. I'm actually not too worried about the tempo. I don't know if you need to be overly concerned about that. My main focus today with you, I think, will be character, and letting the sound that you're creating help tell the story. And I feel like maybe sometimes you're so focused on some of these peripheral issues like tempo, and really, have you composed before?
No.
Have you ever had a chance?
No.
I hope you can sometime. Do you write? Prose, or what other creative things do you do?
Mostly for school.
Mostly for school. That's okay. Yeah, good. Well, look, just from a composer's perspective, and I can't speak for Mozart, certainly. I can't claim that, but just from my own perspective as a composer, when I'm thinking about a piece and I'm starting to write a piece, really all that's in my mind is the meaning. That's it. That's it. The tempo, I have to usually think later, like, oh, what is the tempo there? Like, what? There's an afterthought of, oh, I should probably write something down so that people have a clue kind of where I am, right? It's not an exact thing either, right? It's not like, oh, allegro is X beats per minute.
Yeah.
It's not. So really, I think if we come at it from that perspective of meaning, and then say, okay, is this tempo marking in agreement with that meaning? Maybe that's a good place to start. So I wouldn't overly concern yourself with tempo right now. And I think sometimes also we feel that Mozart has to be like metronomic beginning to end or something. I don't think so. I think you can have more freedom. Now there's also the danger of becoming overly romantic, but that's a different thing. That's more to do with the way we produce sound and the way we do the shaping of time. So don't be overly concerned with this sort of metronomic feeling. I'd love for you to just experience for a moment that first sound at the piano. So what's the very first sound that we hear? Yeah, good. Now, we're going to do something that I did with Shinran as well. Can you take a moment, don't play it, and I want you to just imagine that sound. So how many pitches do you have there? Yeah. So there's a huge, infinite possibilities there. Really infinite possibilities in those three notes. What's the voicing? What's the voicing of those three notes? You don't have to tell me. What's the sound quality? Yeah? What are you going to do with the pedal? Because that's going to change everything. It's going to change absolutely everything. If the pedal's down before you play those three notes, if it's not down before you play, it's a different world. So what is your world here? Don't tell me, just imagine it. You got all the time in the world, and whenever you're ready, just play that opening sound and let it sound for us, okay? Good. Wow. That felt very different to me. How about to you? Yeah. Like different person in the room all of a sudden. Good. That's what I want. The whole thing. The whole thing. This is pretty heavy, I think. You said that you've listened to all the sonatas, so is this common for him to do minor keys?
No.
Yeah. There's just one other sonata in a minor key, right? And C minor is pretty heavy. Good. Right. You did beautifully with that assignment. So here's the next one. Do that with every single moment of the piece. Yeah? Yeah. So this opening gesture, so now it's not just a sound, right? But that sound becomes part of another gesture. And this opening gesture, can you try to imagine that opening gesture with this idea that you just did and see if you can incorporate that all together. Take your time. Good. And we're not going to go on yet. Good. One more time. The connection from the C to the E flat needs to be connected, but I wouldn't make it overly legato. da, da. He doesn't put a slur. Try it again. Good. Now, hold on. Wait. Do that again, and just see what you just did. You just did something with that. That did something to all of us. Just wait on it. Just let it. Try to experience it yourself. Can you do it again? Okay. Now, that wasn't quite as effective as the one before. Why?
I think I lost it.
Yeah. So take your time. Take your time. Breathe. Good. Now, it's become a bit bouncy in that top. Yeah? Do you agree? It's like too buoyant. Yeah, no, I want that darkness that you had in the first. Try it again. Okay. So that's a meaningful gesture. Do you agree? Are you starting to feel it, starting to capture what it is? Yeah? All right, now, let's just take a moment. Can you play for me only the right-hand melody coming forward? I'm going to give you the score so you don't have to try to show us the impressive memory skills that you have. Let me just hear, just that, only the top notes, please. And just imagine before you start the shaping that you want. Okay, all right. Now, if your teacher has specific orders for you to the contrary, you follow what your teacher tells you. But short of that, I would suggest a couple things. Mozart writes very specifically a slur from the G to the C. There. Right? So can we feel the connection? And then let these other ones be non legato. Bum, ba, and including here, look, there's no slur from the C to the A flat. Bum, hum, bum. And that gesture, my goodness, that's a long ways away. Do you sing?
No.
Yeah, we were talking about this in the last class. I don't either. Can you try to sing it? Yeah, feel the A flat, dum, pa, and then all the way down to the B natural. Yeah, do you feel that inside? It's like twist your everything. Yeah. But we can't just glide up there like it's easy. We can't just slur it. There's no slur there. Can you do it again? Good. Now, if I do this, I'm going to exaggerate. Okay, so it didn't sound like this, but if I do, right? It does. It kind of. What we really want to hear is ta, ta, right? That's really what we want to hear. So ta, can you try? Good. Now, okay, we can get into a little bit about sound quality now. You have a beautiful approach. I like the beauty of your sound. I think sometimes for this repertoire, for my taste, it's a little bit too nebulous. Have you ever had a chance to hear or play a forte piano?
I've harpsichord.
Harpsichord? Okay.
Yeah.
If you have a chance, go online and listen to some forte piano. Now, there's an incredible recording of this particular piece. It's a live performance by Christian Bezerenhout. He's a pianist, forte pianist. Wonderful, another Eastman colleague of ours, and the live performance of this piece on forte piano, and it's just unreal. So take a listen to it, because I think it might surprise you. The sound quality, it's very different. The tuning is very different. And we start to realize that when we play this music on this instrument, we're actually transcribing. I mean, it's a transcription essentially. It wasn't really written for this instrument. And so the importance of listening to these recordings or playing on a forte piano is to try to understand a little bit about the sound quality and about the immediacy of the sound and about the way that the sound decays. And then some things start to make more sense. Like, do you notice that he often writes these, like forte piano, like these quick back and forth. On modern piano, on this piano, does it make total sense to you intuitively, or is it a little bit strange, maybe? I don't know. For me, it was always a little odd, but as soon as you try it on a forte piano, it makes sense. Everything makes more sense. So there's more of an immediate quality to the sound. The pedal is certainly an option. Do you know about Mozart's pedal? Have you ever read about this? So he had a pedal, probably a knee pedal. So you'd have to put your knee up. Can you imagine that under the piano? And that's your pedal, right? And when we have the pedal down in Mozart on a forte piano, it's not like this. It's not like this pedal that we have. So if I were to put the pedal down and do this movement, that's a mess. It's a disaster. Don't ever do that. But if I put the knee pedal down, maybe it's akin to something like this. There's just a little glow to the sound that's not there if I have it completely dry, right? It's like too much already. So my foot, there's my foot. Watch, I'm going to lift it up. That's it. So we're talking like 1/8 of a pedal or 1/10 of a pedal. It's not much. So these sound effects are more in the world of probably his instrument, right? So my point in saying that is, coming back to your piece, when we have these C's, I think they're a little bit too that sound, and I want to hear that sort of precision in the sound, and sort of there's this energy that moves forward. Does it make sense? Yeah. Can you try it? Yeah, but it's not this. It's not that. It's still intense and it's still a forward-moving sound. Can they go somewhere? Yes. Good. Again. No. Good. Okay. Now, that's more of the sound quality and a little bit of the character. But I want to now have you play the whole phrase, just this and just the melody. The trill, how you're handling it, is traditional. Mm-hmm. That's been done very much by a lot of really wonderful pianists. And if your teacher wants you to do it that way, that's totally fine. I would probably just go to the F after the E flat, but don't change it for me. Good. So let's one more time, that little phrase. Good. So whatever you do, it's really, this is the gesture. That's the feeling. So if you have to repeat the E flat, it's fine, but good. Just for the sake of maybe it'll be easier to play, and actually I like it that way too. Can you try just a turn? That's it. So feel the good. Don't stop. Don't let the E flat stop. So don't do this. But go to the G. Good. Now, if we add in this beautiful, just do the left hand. Yeah, but don't lose the character. So think strings. Yeah, can you try it like this? Watch. Two hands. It's too bouncy. Now it's too flat-footed. I'm being really demanding. That's it. Yeah, but don't accent the last one. Good, in context. So breathe. Lovely. Does that make sense to you musically? Can you do that with your left hand alone? Just the left hand? Yeah, I lost the voicing now. Did you hear before you had the beautiful G to the A flat? We lost the last one, didn't? Yeah, you look frightened of it. Can you relax? Yeah, so actually I'm watching your shoulder and you're going, yeah, it's okay. Don't try, just hear it. So when I would have you practice this, I would encourage you, imagine the sound you want, try it. If it doesn't work, you do it again. So, do you ever cook?
Yeah.
What do you like to make?
Like Noodles.
Noodles, yeah. Do you ever make them from scratch?
Sometimes with my mom.
You really? That's amazing. I love that. Do you know this pianist, Frederick Chu? It's incredible. If you ever have a chance to listen to him, complete Prokofiev works. So I did a workshop with him as a student. I was a student, and he gave this series of workshops over the course of a week. And he had us cook every night. And we would make noodles from scratch, actually. And I was like, why are we doing this? And at the end, it was like this, it's like I felt like he was Mr. Miyagi. Do you remember Karate Kid? And like you've been doing the wax on, wax off the whole week, and you don't know why. Well, it was an analogy for practicing, actually. So it's like the point is, you make it, you do your best, you enjoy the meal, and then we took notes afterwards, like what worked, what didn't, and then we cooked again the next day, and we ate again, and it was just a regular part of life. But it wasn't like life or death if that note doesn't sound right. So it's okay. Yeah, we're just experimenting. So just free up, breathe, yum bum bum. Yum, bum, relax. Bum, bum, bum. Good. What did you like about it?
I think my phrasing was better.
What could have been better?
The touch.
Fine. Then let's do it again. Good. Do you ever find that your notes come apart a little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit of that? Okay. So why does that happen?
I don't know. I think sometimes I'm scared to like commit to playing everything out.
Don't be scared. You've got lovely technique. You're a really sensitive musician. You're very, very much wanting to get at the core of this. So you shouldn't be. You have no reason to be. On a technical level, what's happening is that your hand is a little bit, what would I say? Just loose here. I hate to say that because I don't want you to be tight. That's not the point. But if you didn't have any strength in your muscles when you stood up, like you'd fall over, right? So there is some kind of tension enough to just get you through. And what I would say is, if you imagine, for example, that can you turn your hand over for me, your left hand, and just pretend you're holding some kind of a ball like that. Now, if you take your other hand and you just feel this, don't squeeze hard, but there's some strength there in this bridge of your hand, right? That's all we need. So when you play this, imagine that you're like a bear, and you have a paw, and so it's all connected. It's not like individual fingers that can flop like that, but it's all connected. Or maybe you're wearing mittens. Yum bum, and the arm is doing the work, right? Arm is actually helping you here, so that it's not that, but it's just arm. Good. Did you notice your shoulder? Yeah. You like became aware halfway through. So maybe that's a note to yourself. You can actually write a little sticky note and stick it up there. It says, relax your shoulders. Yeah? So if you start doing that, good. Look, the sound was already better. All right. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing the same thing with this class that's okay. Let's put it all together, both hands, please. Just that for me. Yeah? Good. It's so much better. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
Do it again then. Do it again. Fine. I think there's something you want to do. Do it. So I hear you. I hear you starting to listen to these individual layers. Is that fair? Yeah. Good. Is it a little scary to think about all the layers that are happening while you're playing?
I think kind of.
Yeah, because we can actually just play it. Because you can throw down 10 notes at a time if you want, no big deal. But not if you're thinking about each one. So, look, take your time with this. This is a beautiful process of discovery. Now, let's forget about all that and just think about character for a moment. If you were to just have that moment in isolation that you just played for us very beautifully, actually. I know you weren't 100% happy. That's okay. You'll keep improving it, probably for the next 150 years. You'll keep getting better. So, what is that character? What does that mean to you? You don't have to tell me, but just think about that character. If that were all by itself, it's pretty stunningly beautiful, and I find it really vulnerable. There's an isolation of a high note on a downbeat, all alone, that's reaching for something higher in this key full of pathos. reaching to a minor sixth on the A flat, and then sinking to the B natural. You cannot really get any more expressive than that. And that chord at the end, this diminished chord, that's the ultimate in terms of internal dissonance within a chord. It's remarkable. So now you put that together with the opening, which is very different. And you did something to us with that opening gesture. It should be internally pretty powerful to you, shocking contrasts of these different movements, different things happening. Can you show us to just experience it yourself? Take all your time you want. I don't care about your tempo. In fact, I'd love if you just let it take as much time as you think it needs here. So imagine there's maybe a fermata written there. Just take your time. Good. Okay, how did that feel?
I think it could have been more contrast.
Okay. How did it feel here? Did you feel like you were taking your time?
No.
No? Okay. That's okay. Look, it's already light years ahead of where it was when we first started, so that's fine. Tell you what, just try it again. So improve it. Good. How did that feel? Better. Good. I'm starting to think I'm hearing you and not your concern. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And you have something to say with this. Yeah, Mozart has something to say with this too. It's easy to lose the meaning in all of this stuff because we're doing, what you're doing is really difficult. But forget all that, yeah? Good. Does it make sense conceptually at least? Okay, I'll leave you with that idea. Now, all of a sudden you're going to explode the world again, because now we go to this low G and we're on this G major harmony, the dominant, and then we have this new gesture. So for each time you have that similar gesture, I would encourage you to have that articulation the same way. Okay? So don't slur the last of each group. Okay? When you get to this part, we're going to jump ahead a little bit. The pedal tone on the G, I wrote a note for you, not heavy. I don't mean not big or not intense or not forte, but I mean not Brahmsian heavy kind of sound. Okay, so again, think forte piano. Actually, one of the things I really want you to see, I wrote this name for you, Christian Bezuidenhout, okay? I want you to see in the forte piano. This pianist at the forte piano, he goes for it. He really goes for it, all out. And you can do that on forte piano, and it doesn't sound over the top. You just see the passion, you see the energy, you see this intensity, and that's the key word, is intensity. So I want you to bring the same intensity here, but if you actually go for it, it's going to be too much. Just the instrument is this thing, yeah. But I want that intensity, but not heavy, yeah. Okay, not pesante. Can you try? Brum. Good. Can you try something for me? Can you, just as an experiment, can you try posture-wise? Just relax, yeah. Sit vertically here. Now, just see what happens if you imagine that sound coming out that way. And don't actually do this. Yeah? So imagine the sound coming that way. Good. So it's never punchy, yeah? Never punchy, just arms. So good. This is interesting. Watch two pianists that do this really, really well. Arthur Rubinstein and Jeff Lazuri. Do you know Jeff Lazuri? Is this pianist? Is that right? Yeah. So if you ever watch him, it's incredible. But this will help you actually, because when you start doing this with your body, I have struggled with this myself. So if I do this, what happens to my arms when I do this? Just on a technical level. Yes, right. So my shoulders come up, my elbows do. I look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? So now you cut your hands off from your whole body. I want to hear all of you there. So even though it's not heavy, we want that kind of eruption of sound, and then all of a sudden piano for this moment here. Can you try? Good. Yeah. Good. So I know there's a forte there, but is a little too much, I think, in terms of the fact that it's interrupting the line. You're voicing the bottom, which is fine. Don't completely lose the top, because the top is where we get this suspension that we need to hear, right? So don't lose it completely. Can you try it one more time? So the left hand is where we get a little bit. New commentary here. This is completely new, right? You're surprising us. What's going on? Go, go, go. Brrr. Yeah, new key. Yes. Now, new character. Go here. Fun. Mischievous. Now. Take your time. Improvise. Lyrical. Response. Now top. Now commentary. Surprise. Go. Now. Too much. This was wonderful. Yeah, because it's like the character albums. You're having fun. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
You should have fun with this. And fun can be serious. I mean, it can be this idea of seria ludo, like serious things treated in a playful manner. It's this idea of it can still be really dark and intense, but you can still actually enjoy that. Yeah, you're doing. It's great. I didn't hear this before. Good. So I just stopped you because we kind of killed the line, but that was it. That was it. Is it making sense? Yeah, good. Can you come at it from here? Now. Yeah, is that expected, that resolution? What is that called? Remember from your theory terms? Just curious. Deceptive cadence, yeah? It's literally called deceptive cadence. So we went to a 6 chord instead of, actually, you wrote it, or somebody wrote it. Yeah, it should technically lowercase 6, okay? But right idea. So surprise us with the C minor. Yeah, come one more time. Now go. Good. So when you get to the bottom here, this moment, just take a second. It's really rumbly here, right? And it needs just a moment to clear it so it's a pure F. Notice he puts a rest in the bass below that. I want to hear the pure F before you keep going. And when you're listening to your forte piano recording, listen to this register on the instrument. It's crazy, the color change. That's something we lose on modern piano a lot, is that more or less the registers sound fairly similar in terms of color. With Shinran and her Brahms, when we got to the high register, she was able to get sort of a different quality of sound, way high. Forte piano is much more obvious. The high register is very different from the mid register, and the bass is rumbly, right? Growly. So good. So go for it here. One more time. Good. So I heard the F go to the A flat, but I want to hear yum ba yum. I want to hear that. Yeah, because actually that's this da yum. The same gesture. Da yum. Good. By the way, you have my permission. You have to ask your teacher, but you can roll it if you want. Yeah. No. Yeah, but great. So there. I think, was that your teacher, diminuendo?
That was another person.
Yeah, you can, but I think you do have to do something because there's a piano here. So I don't think it's probably so much of a subito piano. I think it's more of a letting it melt into that. Yeah, good. So just to make sure I'm clear and not miscommunicating, I don't really need to hear this bass note so much. It's just that I want to hear this line, da yum bum. Okay. Good. One more time. You're doing really, really well. A couple notes for you. Thank you. A couple notes for you. You're doing everything I asked. I thank you for that. Don't take too much time now at the bottom. Okay. It's just a matter of. I don't want you to feel metronomic, and there's character in that moment. So just enjoy it. Okay. When you get to the top, I would actually go there and then probably do this. I probably actually wouldn't do that exact thing. Okay. Good. We're trying to show again. Remember how we talked about this as a gesture and this as sort of a musical gesture? It's the same thing here. So just think about like, what does this gesture mean to you, and how do I best express it? Good. You're doing great. All right. Start right here for me. Now, yes. Playful. Go there. Go to the top. Go to the top. Yeah, exactly. Go to the top there. Good, you go, fine. I wouldn't slur this because he doesn't tell you to. So jump, jump, jump. I would keep it all non legato, right? So just from here, bum, 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 pi, ra, da, 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 da. Keep going. Keep the momentum. No slur there, please. Good. Okay, we're going to jump way ahead. I'm just going to show you a couple notes. Each of these has its own personality based on register, harmony, inversion of the chord, etc. So anytime you have something that seems sequential or that seems like a repetition of an idea over and over again, make sure that each of them has its own unique character that makes sense to you. It all felt like kind of the same thing a few times in a row. Okay, makes sense? Again, not heavy here. Yeah. Do the rest here. You tend to hold that, and I probably wouldn't. I don't mind. It doesn't have to be pedantically like perfect exactly there, but I wouldn't hold it throughout the entire thing. If you think about effort it takes to write a rest, it would actually be easier for him to write a whole note, right? Like it's just here he had to write a quarter note with a stem and then another. Like it took some work. So he probably meant it. Do it. Okay. Good. Yeah, I wrote to you character, intense, growly. Think of color on the forte piano. So this is the same thing we were talking about earlier. Good? Intensity here. This, I think you can really go for it. Can you get into this for us here? And then we're going to just, if we have 2 minutes, I promise, we'll just do one more thing, okay? So I want to just hear from here, please. Go. Do me a favor, take your time. I want to feel you reach for that A flat. Remember this gesture C to A flat we talked about? Da, ya, da, da, da. Can you really go for it? Like that's your goal right there. And then from there it just explodes down. Yeah, go for it. Intense. Okay. This tears me apart having to just move on, so it's like so much that we can talk about. I wrote a lot of notes for you, okay? So please feel free to be in touch and ask any questions you might have. And I am very, very happy to answer them. I just want to work with you for our last minute on this opening, right? So sotto voce, under the voice. Think in terms of a vocal line. If you can sing it at home, you don't even have to do it in front of anybody else. Just sing it, and accompany yourself. So sing the line and play the left hand. That's the best thing you can possibly do. Can you just play for us the opening of that second movement? Good. Okay. So before you start, hear the sound. Can you find a really beautiful color that you want with just the top? That's lovely. Connect. No. Did you hear the accent on the G? Yeah. Oh yeah, come on. Okay, play the whole thing like that and I don't have to tell you anything else. Well done. Thank you so much. Here's your pencil back too.
Oh,
Thank you.